Hello my students, how are you? I hope your studies would be going on well and you also would be fine. Today I am going to tell you about Sultanate period of our country. This is the part of chapter 2 of 10th class, struggling period of India. So let's start now. As you know student, India was called golden bird in ancient time and medieval time because of its prosperity and wealth. And India's wealth attracted many people. They came here as traders and many people invaded our country like Muhammad bin Qasim, Mahmud of Ghazni, Muhammad Ghori. So now we will discuss on these people and further we will discuss on Sultanate periods, dynasties. Muhammad bin Qasim came from Arab and conquered Sindh in 712 AD, defeating King Dahir. Second invader was Mahmud of Ghazni. He came from Afghanistan. It is said he invaded India 17 times from 1001 AD to 1026 AD. After Mahmud of Ghazni, Muhammad Ghori invaded India. Initially, Muhammad Ghori was defeated many wars. He lost first Tarain war in 1191 to Prithviraj Chauhan. But in second Tarain war in 1192, Prithviraj Chauhan had to face defeat. From here, Indian history changed and Sultanate period started. There were 5 Sultanate dynasties ruled over India. First was Slave, second Khilji, third Tughlaq, fourth Sayyid and fifth Lodi. Qutbuddin Aibak was founder of slave dynasty. He was a faithful slave of Muhammad Ghori and left by Muhammad Ghori in India and he founded slave dynasty here. Slave dynasty was known as Mamluk, Ilbari and Yamini names also. After Qutbuddin Aibak, his son-in-law Iltutmish became king of Delhi. He sat on throne. Iltutmish was also a very capable king, but his sons were not capable, so he chosen his daughter as his successor, Razia Sultan. Razia Sultan was very capable and smart lady, but nobles did not like to work under a woman, so very soon she was murdered by nobles. After Razia Sultan, Balban became king of slave dynasty. He was from the slave group. When he sat on throne, nobles were very powerful. To suppress them, he introduced the policy of blood and iron, and he believed that king was the representative of God on the earth. He introduced 2 traditions, Sizda and Pabos. Next dynasty was Khilji dynasty. Jalaluddin Firoz Khilji was the founder of Khilji dynasty, but he was murdered by his nephew Alauddin Khilji. Alauddin Khilji was an ambitious king. He conquered the most of the part of India. He illustrated himself second Alexander on gold coins. He made many changes in market policy. He controlled on black marketing. He was the first king in history who gave cash salary to soldiers. Nasruddin Khusro Shah was the last sultan of Khilji dynasty. Khilji dynasty reigned from 1290 AD to 1320 AD. Next dynasty was Tughlaq dynasty. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq was founder of Tughlaq dynasty. His son's name was Jona Khan. After becoming king, Jona Khan was known as Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He was known as mixture of internal revolts in history because he was not stable and he could not take strong decision. After Muhammad bin Tughlaq, Firoz Shah Tughlaq, his cousin, ascended the throne. Firoz Shah Tughlaq established many cities like Hisar, Firozabad, Jaunpur. He got constructed many canals for irrigation. He was a strict Muslim. He imposed jizya tax on Hindus. Last Sultan of Tughlaq dynasty was Nasiruddin Muhammad Shah Tughlaq. And this dynasty ended on. Next dynasty was Sayyid dynasty. Khizr Khan was the founder of Sayyid dynasty. After Khizr Khan, Mubarak Shah became king, and he assumed the title of Sher Shah. Last king of Shayyad dynasty was Alauddin Shah. Last dynasty was Lodi dynasty. Behlol Lodi was the founder of this dynasty. This was the first time when Afghan established their empire over Delhi. Earlier Sultanate dynasty's kings belonged to Turkey. Ibrahim Lodi was the last king of Sultanate period. He was defeated by Babur in Panipat War, and Babur established Mughal Empire in India in 1526. Thank you so much, students, and I wish you, on behalf of all teachers, all the best for your exams. Thank you so much.